let's discuss a few things that I won't be talking about.
And the aptly named Sir not appearing in this film.
These are the so-called off my radar items. I'm aware of them. I know a bit about them, but I have no use for them in my trading and investing strategy. You may feel differently. They may fascinate you. You may receive information I don't have. And if you ever feel that you're compelled to dive deeper into these things, hey, hit me up. Let's talk about it. I'm very curious about these things. I just have not found any reason to roll them into my investing strategy. So the first one is airdrops. Airdrops are things that people farm, so to speak. They call it farming, but basically you're holding a certain token, holding that token because the blockchain is open and transparent. Everybody can see that there's an amount of tokens held at this address. When new token developers create a new cryptocurrency, the strongest thing that determines whether or not a cryptocurrency is successful is community adoption. Airdrops are a way of basically inviting everybody to participate in a new token. So, for example, if you hold Solana in your wallet, and I don't even know about the actual what do you call it, like the eligibility that makes you get airdrops. I've gotten airdrops. I don't know if it's because I merely own the token or because I'm staking the token, but I'm not really interested in them until maybe someday further down the road. I will hear that, oh, such and such token is just skyrocketing, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I want to take a look at that airdrop token that came into my wallet. But in the meantime, they're just sitting there and I have no particular use for them. Some people swear by them and they get very excited about new tokens that will airdrop, and they know about it in advance because the teams that do these things are often public. They're engaging on X.com. They are advertising and promoting the heck out of their token, and the eligibility requirements for that stuff is generally known in advance. So people that see that stuff coming will try to take advantage of that. I think that there are some fraud and security risks, possibly with accepting tokens you don't know about. So I haven't participated in any of it. I'm very comfortable in my own investing strategy without having to farm unknown tokens that may have a chance someday, but for all I know could just be garbage. Mining is what you hear about Bitcoin doing, but there are other tokens that involve mining, including like Dogecoin is still mined by computers. Helium is one that's of interest, but it's also mined by computers. So computers do complex equations, and they reveal these tokens through these competitive network activities. Some people believe that that could be a great way to make money. Is you get a miner, you use your laptop computer, or you get involved with a group of people doing it, and then you all share the rewards because you have kind of like a network advantage. I don't see it ever being anything that, for the amount of money and the time that you have to put in, making sure that your hardware is up to date. So that means buying new stuff when things change in the system. That would never be me. I do not want to manage that stuff. I do not want to be owning obsolete hardware and having to continually upgrade when the competition gets too fierce. Self-custody trading, it's different than exchange trading. When you trade on an exchange, well, you'll see the order books. You can't buy it if somebody else has not put it up for sale. Yield farming and staking are very similar in that you invest in something or you stake it. It's like our currency. So we have currency here in Canada because people buy bonds. And so when you buy a bond, you are giving that money to the government to do whatever they want with. After the term, the government then gives you the money, says, thanks for letting us use this, and here's a little bit of interest, because the value that we got out of using it is greater than the amount that we are paying you now. Staking and yield farming are like that, where you take your funds and you lock them up in the system. Doing that will give you some sort of annualized return. And there are differences in how fast you can pull these staking tokens out. I do it with high confidence tokens. Like right now, all of my Solana, all of my Cardano, all of those things are staked, not for very much. They're not giving that much more than, nothing, but it's better than nothing, right? So even if you're only getting 2% a year, why not get 2% return on something that eventually your plan is to sell anyway? Now you'll just have a little bit more of it to sell. It improves your return in the long run. Just be conscientious if you are staking something on what the return and lockout period is. So don't be staking something if you're hoping to sell very quickly after it reaches a certain price. You should kind of know what era or what period of the market cycle you're in and unstake it so that you're ready when you see the results that you are hoping or planning on getting. NFTs, I don't have any interest in NFTs as an investable, tradable asset. Primarily right now, NFTs are just like images or short movies. It's a lot of novelty. It's presumably fun for people that have way too much money and they want to show off and stuff like that. But I have no interest in it. There is there's some enormous gains being made, but I think that in that one there's just so many different ways to lose as well, and I will never put in the time to have the level of fluency to understand why NFTs are blowing up or why they're going defunct or anything like that. Someday, we're all going to be using NFTs. You're going to have an NFT for your house, for your car, for any major big ticket asset, your phone, your TV, all of those things. Anything that has a serial number will probably have an NFT. And big ticket crime involving theft or property ownership is probably going to be a thing of the past someday because of NFTs. So when that happens, it won't be about trading them or investing in them. It'll just be about using them. So if I see that start to emerge as an asset class, I will be more likely investing in the providers of NFTs, the people who develop the frameworks for those systems. Those could involve having native coin tokens, like Solana, for example, is a native coin token of the entire Solana system. We could have NFT systems that have their own native tokens. So if I see an NFT system someday that seems to be the one that's attracting all of the interest and all of the developers, maybe I will invest in that. But in the meantime, I have no use for it, and I'm content to wait. So yeah, those are a bunch of things that I won't be talking about or discussing again on this channel as far as I know. So if you ever feel like you have something really innovative or intriguing about it, happy to talk about it. I'm very curious about everything in this space, developing and emerging as it goes. But yeah, it's just a matter of curiosity at this point. So thanks. So yeah. So how do I end videos? How do I end sections?